Daniel, this is DanielJon. I hope you guys are all good. And of course, I hope you're okay. Now, yes, I am wearing a stringer. I've just got back from work. It's hot in England. It's hot in England. So, and it's quite warm up here in this area. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to wear a vest. Then I thought, fuck, I'm a bit too fat to be wearing a vest. So please excuse me for my, oh, look at that, bit of a nip slip there. Excuse me for my, you know, mid-cut kind of thing, if you will. You wanted to see the nipple game. I know you did, okay? Look, fucking microphone's all up in my nipple game. So, before we start this video, really we should have got the BBC before we showed the nipples. But, hey ho, BBC it is. Oh, that's good, that's good. Orgasmic. So, you guys saw all my training footage for the last 2 cycles now. And I was like stalling on certain lifts, mostly squats. My squat has taken a big hit. I was squatting 360 pounds in the peak of my bulk, and now I'm struggling with 315. So the diet has taken a toll on me. My deadlift's still going up. My overhead press is still staying strong. My bench press is still staying strong, but it's struggling just a bit. So I was going to repeat the cycle that I've just done, and I wanted to weigh out the, sorry, I hate wearing a vest, you know, especially in this, you know, my nipples are coming out and everything, I'm sorry. So I was going to repeat the cycle and see how I positioned that time round rather than going up the numbers. And then what I was playing through the application one day. If you wonder what I'm talking about, the boring but big, the Big Lifts 2 application, which is on the smartphones, is on Android and it's also on iPhone. I was going through the settings and all of it that I set up previously was set up to my current stats. Obviously when I was at my strongest point, and I was using 90% of my actual max. So say for instance my bench press is 100 kilos, which is 225 pounds, or 220 pounds actually. So I was using say 90 kilos as my training weight. So your training max should be something that you could be going to the gym and hit any given day. Obviously your 1 rep max, you might not hit that on any given day, but your training max being 90%, you should be able to hit regardless of what time or day it is. You should be able to go into the gym and hit that for at least 1 repetition. So that was what the app was set up like. Now I was talking to a good friend of mine on Facebook. He's actually got a YouTube channel. His name's Rusty. His actual real name is Adam. So I'm going to put a link into his channel. He's very strong. He can deadlift like nearly, I think it's like 490 pounds or something like that. He's very, very strong. And I was talking to him, and you know, he's from the UK as well. And I said to him, you know, what is his opinion? What should I do? And he said, why don't you drop it by the percentage? So I was like, okay, that seems like a good idea. So I looked into it, and I went into my phone in the Big Lifts 2 application, and where it said 90%, I actually dropped 5%. So I went down to 85%, which is allowed to do anyway. It says in the program that, you know, you can use 85, 80 or 90. I believe I read that somewhere, don't hold me to it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the next lot of numbers, but with 85% of my actual max. So when I go into the gym, say for instance on my next day that I do chest, and I'm not talking about this week coming because it's a deload from now on. So the next cycle, beginning of cycle 3, everything from there on in will be for 85% of my actual max. And the reason that is because it's going to give me a chance to still stick to the boring but big program, the Beyond Wendler program, but it's also going to give me that kind of little bit of extra while I'm dieting, if you will. So I won't be burning myself out as much, because I haven't been doing a lot of the accessory lifts either because of work. I've been like literally getting to the gym at like 1:30, 2 o'clock, and I've got to be out the gym by 3 o'clock. Now me and Leanne trained together. By the time we've warmed up, you know, we've only got about half an hour of lifting, which is perfect. It is perfect. But I'm finding I'm getting burnt out too quickly. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to drop that back 5% down to 85% from now on until I at least finish my diet. And then once I finish my diet and I start progressing with strength again, when my calories maintenance and then they slightly elevated again, then what I'll do is I'll take it back up to 90 and progress from there. So I just wanted to give you guys a bit of an update as to what is going to be happening with my future training and what I was going to do to resolve the situation of me stalling on certain lifts. So that is a quick update. I hope it's answered some of your questions, because a lot of you guys were asking me, Dan, what are you going to be doing when you know you're not hitting the numbers now? That is exactly what I'm going to be doing. If you guys are stalling as well, I guess you should give that a go. Let me know in that comment section. Don't forget, it's Q&A Sunday tomorrow. Get your questions in. Love you. Have a good weekend. Take care, stay safe, get yourself a BBC, and have a great weekend. Peace! This is the fitted t-shirt. Yes, I'm probably not the best person to model this, but it is fitted. It is tailored in to keep the upper portion of it tight and